Hey everybody, so it's kind of a crappy day out and I figured I'd just, kill time by making a video and show you how my favorite YouTuber was able to pick stocks for me. Obviously without her knowing, because she probably doesn't know who I am. So Warren Buffett did like a study or something like that with a monkey that threw 50 darts at the S&P. I don't know. You can look it up. I don't really know if it's true. I don't know if it happened. I don't really care. All that matters is, I'm just going to have a little fun here with my favorite YouTuber because, I look through her stuff and I don't even think she sees how closely related to the financial sector she actually is. But, for me, it's one of the reasons why I watch her because, she's picking stocks for me and, quite successfully. I kind of wanted my wife to be in the video to, just kind of show her expressions on how, probably bunk all this is. But, it's for fun, right? I'm not really ripping on anybody. I'm just, showing what I see and, let's just get into it and, I'll show you guys too. Okay. So, this is all over, basically, the last, let's say year. A lot of it's over the last few months because that's when the videos were posted and who knows how far in advance they were actually shot. But the point being is that there was action after these videos were shot and really you just have to pay attention in one way or another to, take advantage of what it is that I'm showing you here. One of my favorites here was, that she took a plane. Now, not just any plane, it's a particular type of plane, right? It's a very specific one and it was made by de Havilland, I think years ago, right? The concept of it. But she called it Bombardier Dash 8. Now, it's a very popular plane and she said it was really noisy. So I guess it was an older one because they have a quiet series, which, it probably isn't very quiet, but still, So anyways, I went and I looked through all of the comments, every single one of those comments. I think there's 2,000 or something, 2,100 of them. And I just wanted to see if anybody mentioned or even had the inkling that perhaps there's something stock market related here. And so one dude talked about the pronunciation here. Hey, so Bombardier is pronounced Bombardier. Okay, we're in Canada, right? And it's pronounced Bombardier because it's French. So anyways, you can't really knock somebody, right, if they don't know something. Yeah, Dash 8, yeah, they be very loud. Now, again, we don't know if it's a quiet series, and honestly, I don't really care because I only care that they're talking about Bombardier. I don't understand the one bag thing. Most airlines have weight limits rather than... Whatever. Okay, people understand that she took a plane, but still. Yeah, there's a weight limit for carry-ons, blah, blah, blah. That tick... Tick pink carry-on had me laughing so hard. Okay. Oh yeah, and I found this. Someone's plea for some kind of attention. Hi, please reply. Can anyone please reply to me? So, I liked the... I was there. I liked the comment. So, let's just say I did my part, right? Okay, so enough of that stuff. Okay, so enough of that stuff. Let's get over to the stock here. So Bombardier, right? We're looking at, it's $227, okay? And this was several months ago. I guess 2 months ago, okay? So we're going to look on the 1 year time frame and let's see how much let's see how much money I could have made off of this trade here. I'm not saying I made these trades. I'm not saying I didn't make these trades. All I'm saying is that I saw these opportunities, right? In the most obscure place. Why would, she's not even a financial, what do they call them? Influencers. Where I'm from, they're called paid pumpers, okay? But it's not a financial, channel. So, I don't know. I found it and this is what could have happened for me. So you can see here, a couple months ago, around where this video was posted, okay, there was a huge volume spike here, down here, and the stock plummeted, went down to a $1.50 from, $1.67. And when I say $1, I mean $167. Went down to 150, okay? And this I watched it, and again, I'm not saying I did anything. All I'm saying is that I saw this opportunity here. So had I gone in, with, I don't know, let's say about one share, right? $157. We look at it today, and it's $227. There was a little lull there for, I don't know, about a month, maybe 2 months. But now it's literally at all-time highs. It's important to note that Bombardier did a 25-to-1 share consolidation. What's that? basically they, for every share, they consolidated it down to 1. So, it's like 25 to 1. So if you had 25 shares, you now have 1 share. It's just worth more. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. But what I can tell you is in the news, there's a tax lifted for luxury jets and stuff like that. And this is why Bombardier went up. Now, this video, like I said, it was made like 2 months ago, okay? And that means that somebody knew something. And if you're putting it in an influencer's video, like there's no way that a pumper speaks without getting paid, right? Who cares if you went on a Bombardier plane? Now, I care because it makes me look over here to the stock market and I don't know, maybe it makes my wallet fatter, right? Like that's the mindset that you would have in a, like a financial guru guy's channel, but not on this channel. She's a mixed bag, but still, crazy. Now, that being said, so had I bought at the bottom here and it sat for a little while, around the $155, $150 mark, that's a, it's at 230. So that's an $80 move from a stock that you would have bought at 150. That's like 55%. That's a huge move. It looks like it's a lot because it's $150, but it's really not. Again, you could have bought 10 and you could have made like $800. Like the money is there. Okay, so one of the next ones that I saw, and I've seen it a few times. Okay, about a couple months ago, maybe three months ago, when I really started like paying attention to her, that was like August. I see the Amazon logo on the thumbnails. Okay, what does that mean, right? She's buying stuff. She's a professional buyer. So what does it mean to me? It means that I'm going over here and I'm going to check out the stock, right? The share price. So this happened a couple times. You could see it here. I'm pretty sure it was around this time here. We're going to 6 month here. So it was here, I think around July, the end of July. There's a huge dump on Amazon and there was a gap too. Usually it happens on the Monday, the first day of business after I see the video. So I watch that there. And again, I'm not saying I did anything. All I'm saying is that the opportunity was there and you can see it went down to about 210 and then it went up to about 230. So a $20 move. You can't complain about that, okay? Then it went down a little bit and then it went back up to, around 238. So around 240, maybe at the top end of a wick. Like I'm telling you there, that's, $30 moves. They're big, okay? And then it went down again. She did another one, and this one kind of weirded me out a little bit, but whatever. It actually dropped before, and then it scooted up. It did like a big gap up, and it went up really high. And then from there, it actually started to drop, and then there was a bit of a bump. So it was almost like a reverse. Like you expected the same thing to happen over here that happened over here. Actually, what ended up happening is the complete opposite. So you would have ended up a bag holder. And, I've seen her make bag holder references too. I don't know if she sees that, but, for guys like me that are watching the stock market, these are huge, right? It's wicked comedy, like excellent entertainment. Okay, the next one I see, and I'm going to go with the 1 year here because I think she's been doing these for a really long time, okay, like Pinterest. I look on the thumbnails and all I see is Pinterest, like all the time. So I went and I looked over at Pinterest here. It's on the US market. I'm looking on the Canadian site here, but still, like it's in the US market. I wouldn't have played this one, but still, right? It's at like $25 US. I just went and checked as far back as like a year. There have been some huge bumps and some wicked lows, like huge bumps, wicked dumps, huge bumps, mediocre dump, little bump, like the range gets tighter and tighter, and then a huge dump over here, and we're almost back to like the lows here from like April. That's one hell of a ride. All this from just looking at thumbnails, okay? I kind of have another concept, about monkeys and thumbnails and stuff, but I don't know. I want to be respectful, right? I don't want her, like, I know she's not going to watch this, but in case she did, I don't want her to think that, I'm doing anything really bad. I'm just enjoying myself, like having some fun. But these things really happen, okay, in real life, and it's important to note. Another thing I saw is she went to Disney about a year ago, maybe. I don't know. Who knows when these are like actually filmed, right? But you go over here and you look, like, we'll look on the 3 year here and look at these, like, unbelievable. We go down into the 77 area and then 124. So like $50 moves, right? And then down again, the 85s and then up to 118. So these are huge moves. If you're a trader, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking to see if is actually worthwhile, and it seems to be. Okay, so again, back down in the 80s. Let's go to the 6 month here. No, we'll go to the year. We go down to 80, okay? Then it whips right back up to 125. Like, I'm telling you, if you're a trader, you buy anywhere on the way down here, you're making huge money because it not only fills the gaps, it goes and makes a new high. That's what you're looking for. We look at today and we're back down to like 102. So the next one here, I seen her playing a video game, right? Like, what's it called? Dress to Impress? Anyways, that is Roblox. So we're going to go over here to Roblox. Yeah, let's look up here. Roblox. It's at like $94. Because again, that's on the US market. This is from April here. And it's down at like $50, okay? Now, you start watching her videos and now it's up to $150. So that's $100. That's $100 move. That's massive. Now, for any trader buying on the way up, he would have made huge money. And, if you wanted to be long on this company, for whatever reason, like anywhere all the way up here, unless you bought at the absolute top, which some people do, and it's a necessity, right? In trading, like you have to have people buying at the top, you would have done really well. So basically your floor here, anything under 112 would have been good up to a certain point, up to about, let's say the 5 days. So actually recently down from 100 down to lower wick here, 86. So had you bought, anywhere below 86, you would have done very, very well. Well, you would have done very well, not necessarily very, very well, but still, like, I'm watching, I see these things, the opportunity's there. I don't know if she knows it. She's doing her job and she's helping me do my job, which, it's a lot of fun because I don't have to go look around for opportunities. They're sitting right there. So I'm getting entertained and I have the possibility of making money. Now, my favorite here is Couche-Tard. It's at $75 now, right? So about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago now, I guess she put out a video where she went to Japan and there you go. Japan 7-Eleven. Now, that's not Couche-Tard, okay? It didn't really matter at that point, but you're thinking, now, why are they sending influencers to Japan to check out 7-Eleven, okay? Like maybe Japan's trying to bolster their assets. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me, but it creates a bit of a mystery. So now I'm following, right? And then after a certain point, ATD, so Couche-Tard, they announced that they're trying to buy out the Japan assets of 7-Eleven. And now that is huge because this one I can say with certainty that we've been playing and it's been nothing but, a moneymaker, okay? Even when you're bag holding, you buy a little too high, it still moons right past and you're making money. Now, I watched that video for, like market research. But it was fun too, and quite honestly, had I been on the board of a company that wanted to invest in this kind of thing, I would have just used this video, right? Show it to the board. Partly because I'm lazy and I don't really have a job like that. Well, I don't really have a job. I would just use this and, they can make of it what they will. And then she doubled down and then she made a Canadian version, literally, which compared both assets. Because really what Couche-Tard was trying to do is they were trying to buy the Japan assets so that they can implement them over here, or they were trying to put the North American spin on convenience stores and throw it over into Japan. I don't know, whatever they were trying to do, it doesn't really matter to me. All that matters is this stock chart here was going up and down all over town, and it was huge for us. My wife loved it, made her happy, and she's still playing it to this day. In fact, I think she just sold some yesterday. So if we just keep moving here, down 6 months, there's all kinds of plays here, just up and down and up and down. The lows down to 65, 68, and then up to 75. And, that's literally just free money. And, the 3 month, the same thing, little gaps here, give you little indicators that how to play this. And, even the 1 month, there's a gap here. So that's my favorite one. And that's the best one. Okay, so I hope if she watches this that she doesn't mind, okay? But when someone gets so big, like a YouTuber, they get so big that they don't know what people are doing. And, in a way, it's kind of better because, if you like what someone's doing, you really shouldn't tell them too much. It's something I learned when I was a kid. If you like the art, don't tell the artist what you like, right? Because you'll mess with the art. And if I were to call this art here, which, maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know. Essentially, I don't want her to know because whoever's feeding her this info, like, I don't want them to stop, right? But still, like, this is all just for entertainment. It's all for fun. None of it's real. If I were to show my wife's expression, it would be like, it would be that of disgust because she doesn't believe in any of it. She thinks it's all bunk. She's just playing what she sees. Okay. Now, again, this is just for fun. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just kind of doing this because the weather's crappy outside and, it's fun for me. Okay. It's something that I do. So I hope this helps you out if you, you realize that, I don't know, you're doing YouTube and you're not making any money, you're not getting any views and whatever. Like, you don't even have to do that. All you have to do is just enjoy yourself, watch the videos, pay attention to the creators and what they're doing, and, money-making opportunities will just be sitting there. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.